Raspberrylicious Consciousness. How are you? And welcome to you all. Today, I would love to share with you my optic on a topic that I have struggled to comprehend for a very long time. In general, us people like to put labels on things in order to identify. And usually, through that process, we tend to be quite quick to judge, or should I say simply impatient. Well, to cut a long story short, I would like to share with you my take on narcissism. But instead of labeling these potentially disruptive people as narcissists, I will simply refer to them as shadow people, and later on you will understand why. Growing up, I was never aware of the fact that I was often surrounded by people who exhibited narcissistic behavior. It was quite painful at times because I did not know much about narcissism, nor did I acknowledge that tendency. So, I've concocted 6 ways that I've found particularly useful in dealing with shadow people myself, and that I thought could also be beneficial to someone out there. So let's put that raspberry into the vibe. The first thing you will need to do is to assess the behavior. Get to know the person you are dealing with. Remember that some shadow people are more extreme than others, so observe and study their traits. We are all eternal learners on a journey to self-fulfillment. So, once you have established whom they are, you could then strategize a way of dealing with them accordingly. These people have come into our lives to teach us something valuable about ourselves. There might be one thing or two that we may learn, if not more, from these shadow people. But also beware, don't get too involved. As soon as you feel uncomfortable, don't insist, move on as quickly as possible or take a break from them. Please always listen to your gut feelings, your instincts. If you are in a relationship with a shadow person, for instance, it might take you a lot longer to break free. After all, shadow people are very addictive, persuasive, and most of all, master the art of manipulation. The third thing you will need to be aware of is the fear and the beliefs. The shadow people love to feel important. We are all important, but they like and crave the attention of the audience. They love to feel superior and valued at all costs. When they sense your vulnerability, which may not always be a bad quality about you, they will use it against you, most time ending up abusing you because of it. Sometimes they might try to inculcate fear into you or doubt in your ability to succeed. If at work, for example, in the way you perform, among friends and family, maybe in the way you look, you might have a particular characteristic about your facial features that they might not hesitate to point out constantly in order to diminish you. So they will try to force feed you with all the negative thoughts that they could find in order to bring you or to tear you down. So remember that all these tactics may be very painful in that particular time, but it is an opportunity, a great opportunity for you to get to know yourself better. Everyone has an opinion, but it is your choice to make someone else's opinion become yours. So, if it does not sound right, do not believe in it, because the more you will believe, the more they will get power over you. So learn from them without becoming them. Let them know that you are not alone, even if in reality you may feel as though you are. Stop the shadow people go too far. Build your strength through their traits and quickly establish some boundaries so that they will not be so sure about what you are capable of. The third point is the protection, building walls. You will need to protect yourself and your loved ones because it is easy to get sucked into the life of a shadow person, and by doing so you tend to forget and even resent your loved ones because the shadow person wants your full attention. They want to enslave you in a way and isolate you by the same token. So protect yourself by reprogramming your thoughts and actions. Don't be afraid to say no and never forget your ability and your qualities. Take on a new hobby, for instance. Get in touch with whom you truly are. Meditate, exercise. The list is endless. This is the perfect opportunity for you to learn how to value yourself once again. Being wanted is a good thing. It is just knowing to be wanted by the right people who truly love you and help you grow and value you for your true self. So, if you are living again with a shadow person, get in touch with people who have been through similar situations to help you get better. The fourth point is to heal. It is not always easy to heal from abuse of all sorts, but when there is a will, there is a way. The stress that causes a shadow person is unprecedented. So learn through their inability to feel remorse a way for you to heal yourself and to cope. What helped me, for instance, was to remind myself that every time I was made to feel saddened by the shadow people, they were on the other hand having a good time. And through that process, I've learned that it is ultimately a choice to become a victim or to use all these new traits that I had learned to my own advantage. So reprogram your way of thinking. Don't let the negativity that they spread spoil your unique persona. Face your emotions. Don't give them the power to control them. Allow them to highlight for you the things that you may not have been aware of yourself. But don't allow the guilt to stop you from reaching your goals, but allow the guilt to become your shield and most of all to prepare you from future encounters of the sort. The fifth point is to move on. Life is indeed a roller coaster, but it is also a journey of self-discovery. People are usually drawn to you not necessarily because they are fond of your company, but because they like the person that you are, but that yourself may not know yet. So, don't try too hard to understand what someone is silently thinking about you. Your own thoughts matter the most. So don't allow negativity to take over and change whom you are meant to be. Rediscover yourself, and by doing so, it will slowly detract you from extreme negativity, and you will be able to reunite with your inner self that is trying to shine. The sixth point is to love. Love, 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 always love. Sounds very easy, right? But love is one of the greatest challenges on earth. Love is also the essence of life. So learn how to love yourself. But how can you love yourself if you haven't been loved enough? Well, the simple fact that you are present for this journey, in this moment, whether you are having a great experience or not, shows that you have been loved enough by the universe itself. So yes, it is challenging, but love will subsequently produce miracles in your life, because you can only recognize what you know that you have overcome, or what you are experiencing on the now, or what you wish had the tools to help you overcome with grace. So show love to alleviate fear, show love to heal. Don't forget that even though the shadow is a part of us, it always falls behind. So your attitude towards the shadow people might bring a change to the world. Remember that time is the greatest healer of all times. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know your thoughts and comments.